Every successful project relies on more than just a solid plan and skilled team. At the heart of project management lies stakeholder engagement. Stakeholders are individuals or groups who have an interest in the outcome of a project. They can be clients, team members, sponsors, or even the community affected by the project. Understanding who your stakeholders are is the first step in ensuring your project meets its objectives. In this video, we'll explore why stakeholder engagement is crucial, how to identify stakeholders, and the best practices for keeping them involved throughout the project lifecycle. Stakeholder engagement refers to the process of involving all parties who have an interest in a project. This means not just informing them, but actively seeking their input, addressing their concerns, and keeping them updated on progress. Engagement goes beyond simple communication. It's about building relationships and trust. When stakeholders feel heard and valued, they are more likely to support the project and contribute positively. Effective engagement can help identify potential risks early, resolve conflicts, and ensure that the project delivers value to everyone involved. Stakeholders can be categorized into internal and external groups. Internal stakeholders include project team members, managers, and executives who are directly involved in the project's execution. External stakeholders might be clients, suppliers, regulatory bodies, or the public. Each group has different interests and levels of influence. Recognizing these differences helps project managers tailor their engagement strategy. For example, a client may require regular updates while a supplier might need clear specifications and timelines. Understanding these distinctions is key to effective stakeholder management. First practical step in stakeholder engagement is identifying all relevant stakeholders. This involves brainstorming with your team, reviewing project documents, and considering anyone who might be affected by or can influence the project. Tools like stakeholder maps or registers can help visualize relationships and prioritize engagement efforts. Early identification ensures that no important voice is overlooked and that potential issues are addressed before they escalate. This proactive approach sets the foundation for smooth project execution. Stakeholders are identified. It's important to analyze their level of influence and interest in the project. Some stakeholders have the power to make decisions or allocate resources, while others may simply be affected by the outcome. Tools like the Power Interest Grid help categorize stakeholders, allowing project managers to focus their engagement efforts where they matter most. By understanding who holds the most influence, you can ensure their needs are prioritized and potential risks are managed effectively. With a clear understanding of your stakeholders, the next step is to set engagement objectives. What do you hope to achieve through stakeholder engagement? Objectives might include gaining support, reducing resistance, or gathering valuable feedback. Setting specific, measurable goals helps guide your engagement activities and provides a way to evaluate success. These objectives should align with the overall project goals and be communicated clearly to the project team. Stakeholder engagement plan outlines how you will interact with each stakeholder group throughout the project. This plan details the frequency and methods of communication, key messages, and responsibilities. It should be flexible enough to adapt to changes as the project progresses. A well-crafted plan ensures that all stakeholders receive the information they need when they need it, and that their feedback is incorporated into project decisions. Effective stakeholder engagement depends on choosing the right communication channels. Different stakeholders may prefer different methods, such as emails, meetings, reports, or informal conversations. The key is to match the channel to the stakeholder's needs and the nature of the information being shared. For example, complex issues might require face-to-face meetings, while routine updates can be sent via email. Adapting your approach ensures that stakeholders stay informed and engaged. Trust is the foundation of any successful stakeholder relationship. Building trust requires transparency, consistency, and respect. Project managers should be honest about project progress, challenges, and changes. Regular updates and open communication help stakeholders feel confident in the project team's abilities. When trust is established, stakeholders are more likely to support the project, even when difficulties arise. Managing expectations is a critical part of stakeholder engagement. This involves setting realistic goals, clearly communicating what can and cannot be achieved, and addressing concerns promptly. When expectations are managed well, stakeholders are less likely to be disappointed or frustrated. This leads to smoother project execution and stronger relationships. Regular check-ins and feedback sessions can help ensure that everyone remains on the same page. Early engagement is key to preventing misunderstandings and resistance later in the project. By involving stakeholders from the beginning, you can gather valuable insights, identify potential issues, and build a sense of ownership. Early engagement also helps align stakeholder expectations with project goals, making it easier to gain their support as the project progresses. Stakeholder engagement is not a one-time event. It requires ongoing effort throughout the project lifecycle. Regular updates, feedback sessions, and open communication channels help maintain stakeholder interest and address concerns as they arise. Continuous engagement ensures that stakeholders remain supportive and that the project stays on track. Not all stakeholders will be easy to work with. Some may have conflicting interests or be resistant to change. Handling difficult stakeholders requires patience, empathy, and strong communication skills. Listen to their concerns, address issues respectfully, and seek common ground. Sometimes involving a neutral third party can help resolve conflicts. The goal is to turn resistance into cooperation whenever possible. Feedback is a powerful tool in stakeholder engagement. It allows project managers to gauge stakeholder satisfaction, identify areas for improvement, and make necessary adjustments. Encouraging open and honest feedback creates a culture of continuous improvement. It also shows stakeholders that their opinions are valued and can influence project outcomes. Keeping records of stakeholder interactions is essential for effective engagement. Documentation helps track decisions, commitments, and concerns raised by stakeholders. It also provides a reference for future communications and ensures accountability. Well-maintained records can prevent misunderstandings and support transparent project management. Stakeholder groups can change over the course of a project. New stakeholders may emerge while others may lose interest or influence. Project managers must be flexible and update their engagement strategies as needed. Regularly reviewing the stakeholder register and engagement plan ensures that all relevant parties remain involved and informed. Projects often involve stakeholders from diverse cultural backgrounds. Understanding and respecting cultural differences is vital for effective engagement. This might include adapting communication styles, being aware of cultural norms, and avoiding assumptions. Culturally sensitive engagement builds trust and helps prevent misunderstandings that could derail the project. Remote or distributed projects present unique challenges for stakeholder engagement. Without face-to-face interaction, it's important to leverage digital tools like video conferencing, instant messaging, and collaborative platforms. Regular virtual meetings and clear documentation help keep stakeholders connected and engaged, regardless of location. Agile project management emphasizes frequent stakeholder engagement through regular reviews, feedback loops, and iterative development. Stakeholders are encouraged to participate in sprint reviews and planning sessions, ensuring their needs are addressed quickly. Agile methods foster collaboration and adaptability, making stakeholder engagement a continuous process. Traditional waterfall projects, stakeholder engagement often occurs at key milestones, such as project initiation, requirements gathering, and final delivery. While less frequent than in agile projects, it's still important to keep stakeholders informed and involved at each stage. Clear documentation and regular status reports help maintain alignment and manage expectations. Variety of tools can support stakeholder engagement, from stakeholder registers and communication plans to collaboration platforms and feedback surveys. Choosing the right tools depends on the project's complexity and the needs of your stakeholders. These tools help organize information, track progress, and facilitate effective communication throughout the project. Active listening is a key skill for project managers. It involves paying close attention to stakeholder concerns, asking clarifying questions, and demonstrating empathy. When stakeholders feel truly heard, they are more likely to share valuable insights and support project decisions. Listening also helps uncover hidden issues before they become major problems. Transparency builds credibility and trust with stakeholders. Project managers should share both good news and bad news openly, providing clear explanations for decisions and changes. Transparent communication helps manage expectations and reduces the risk of misunderstandings. It also encourages stakeholders to be honest about their own concerns and needs. Conflicts are inevitable in any project, especially when multiple stakeholders are involved. Effective conflict resolution requires understanding the root cause, facilitating open dialogue, and seeking win-win solutions. Project managers should remain neutral and focus on the project's best interests. Resolving conflicts quickly helps maintain positive relationships and keeps the project moving forward. Recognizing and celebrating project milestones and successes is an important part of stakeholder engagement. Celebrations boost morale, reinforce positive behaviors, and show appreciation for stakeholder contributions. Whether it's a formal event or a simple thank you note, acknowledging achievements helps build lasting relationships and motivates continued support. Resistance to change is common among stakeholders, especially if they feel their interests are threatened. Addressing resistance requires understanding its source, communicating the benefits of the project, and involving stakeholders in decision-making. By addressing concerns early and transparently, project managers can turn resistance into support. Stakeholder engagement must always comply with legal and ethical standards. This includes respecting confidentiality, obtaining necessary consents, and avoiding conflicts of interest. Ethical engagement builds trust and protects the reputation of both the project and the organization. Project managers should be familiar with relevant laws and codes of conduct. It's important to measure the effectiveness of your stakeholder engagement efforts. Key performance indicators might include stakeholder satisfaction, participation rates, or the number of issues resolved. Regularly reviewing these metrics helps identify areas for improvement and demonstrates the value of engagement to project sponsors. No engagement strategy is perfect from the start. Project managers should be prepared to adjust their approach based on feedback and changing circumstances. Flexibility and a willingness to learn are essential for maintaining effective stakeholder relationships. Regularly soliciting feedback and making improvements ensures ongoing success. Leadership plays a crucial role in stakeholder engagement. Project leaders set the tone for communication, model desired behaviors, and ensure that engagement remains a priority. Strong leadership helps build trust, resolve conflicts, and keep the project team focused on shared goals. Leaders should be visible, approachable, and committed to stakeholder success. During a crisis, stakeholder engagement becomes even more critical. Clear, timely communication helps manage uncertainty and maintain trust. Project managers should provide regular updates, address concerns honestly, and involve stakeholders in decision-making. Effective crisis engagement can turn challenges into opportunities for stronger relationships. Stakeholder engagement should be tailored to each phase of the project, from initiation and planning to execution and closure. Early phases may focus on gathering input and building support, while later phases emphasize progress updates and celebrating achievements. Adapting your approach ensures stakeholders remain engaged throughout the project lifecycle. Multinational projects involve stakeholders from different countries, each with unique expectations and communication styles. Project managers must be sensitive to language barriers, time zones, and cultural differences. Leveraging technology and establishing clear communication protocols can help bridge these gaps and ensure effective engagement. Stakeholder mapping is a visual technique used to identify and prioritize stakeholders based on their influence and interest. Maps can help project managers allocate resources effectively and ensure that key stakeholders receive the attention they need. Regularly updating the map keeps engagement efforts focused and relevant. Nonprofit projects often involve a wide range of stakeholders, including donors, volunteers, beneficiaries, and community members. Engagement strategies should focus on transparency, inclusivity, and demonstrating impact. Regular updates and opportunities for involvement help build trust and encourage ongoing support. Government projects often have strict regulations and a diverse group of stakeholders, including citizens, agencies, and elected officials. Engagement must be transparent, accountable, and responsive to public concerns. Public consultations, surveys, and open forums are common tools for gathering input and building consensus. IT projects often involve technical and non-technical stakeholders with varying levels of understanding. Clear, jargon-free communication is essential to ensure everyone is on the same page. Regular demonstrations, user testing, and feedback sessions help keep stakeholders engaged and ensure the final product meets their needs. Construction projects involve a wide range of stakeholders, from architects and engineers to local authorities and the public. Engagement strategies should focus on safety, regulatory compliance, and clear communication of timelines and progress. Site visits, public meetings, and regular reports help keep everyone informed and involved. Healthcare projects require engagement with patients, providers, regulators, and insurers. Privacy and ethical considerations are paramount. Engagement strategies should prioritize clear communication, patient-centered care, and compliance with healthcare regulations. Regular updates and opportunities for feedback help ensure stakeholder needs are met. Education projects involve students, teachers, parents, and administrators. Engagement should focus on inclusivity, transparency, and regular communication. Surveys, workshops, and open forums provide opportunities for input and help build a sense of community around the project's goals. Environmental projects often involve passionate stakeholders, including activists, government agencies, and local communities. Engagement strategies should emphasize transparency, scientific evidence, and opportunities for public participation. Open forums, environmental impact reports, and community workshops help build consensus and support. Product development projects require engagement with customers, designers, engineers, and marketers. Gathering customer feedback early and often ensures the final product meets market needs. Prototypes, user testing, and focus groups are valuable tools for involving stakeholders throughout the development process. Research projects involve stakeholders such as funders, participants, and academic peers. Engagement should focus on transparency, ethical standards, and regular updates on progress and findings. Open communication builds trust and encourages collaboration, which is essential for successful research outcomes. Marketing projects require engagement with clients, creative teams, and target audiences. Clear communication of goals, timelines, and expectations is essential. Regular check-ins, creative reviews, and feedback sessions help ensure that marketing efforts align with stakeholder needs and deliver desired results. Summary: stakeholder engagement is a cornerstone of successful project management. By identifying stakeholders, understanding their needs, and maintaining open communication, project managers can build trust, manage risks, and deliver value. Engagement is an ongoing process that requires flexibility, empathy, and a commitment to continuous improvement. When stakeholders are truly engaged, projects are more likely to succeed and deliver lasting benefits for everyone involved.